The morning sun cast long shadows across the training grounds of the Galactic Defense Academy on Proxima Station. Drill Sergeant Vextar, a 7-foot-tall Krillian with razor-sharp chitinous plates covering his muscular frame, paced before the mixed-species recruit formation. His 4 yellow eyes surveyed the assembled beings with the cold calculation of a predator sizing up prey. "Today we separate the warriors from the waste of oxygen," Vextar's voice boomed across the courtyard, his translator rendering his native clicking into standard galactic. "Combat assessment begins now." Ana Rodriguez stood at attention in the 3rd row, her dark hair pulled back in regulation style, brown eyes focused straight ahead. At barely 5'6", she was dwarfed by most of her fellow recruits, towering Zentaurians, muscular Gorvaks, and even the lean but deadly assassin caste. Thek Mari. To her left, her bunkmate Helen Okafor maintained the same rigid posture, though Ana could sense the tension radiating from her friend. "Rodriguez," Vextar's voice cut through the morning air like a plasma blade. "Front and center." Ana stepped forward with measured precision, her boots clicking against the reinforced Duraplast flooring. The other recruits formed a wide circle, their expressions ranging from curiosity to pity. In the 12 weeks since training began, Ana had consistently ranked in the bottom quartile for physical assessments, despite her perfect scores in tactics and strategy. Vextar circled her slowly, his claws clicking against the ground. "Human," he spat the word like a curse. "Your species was granted membership in the Galactic Defense Corps out of political necessity, but here, in my training ground, politics mean nothing. Only strength matters." He stopped directly in front of her, towering over her small frame. "I'm going to attack you with my ceremonial warblade. Your task is simple. Block my strike. Fail, and you wash out of the program immediately." A murmur rippled through the assembled recruits. Several species were known for their combat prowess, but humans were not among them. They were the diplomats, the negotiators, the ones who talked their way out of conflicts rather than fighting through them. The idea of a human blocking a Krillian war strike was almost laughable. Vextar drew his blade, a 3-foot length of molecularly sharpened Krillian steel that gleamed like liquid mercury in the morning light. The weapon had been passed down through 17 generations of his warrior lineage, and its edge could slice through reinforced armor plating. "Whenever you're ready, Sergeant," Ana said calmly, settling into a relaxed stance that looked more like she was waiting for a bus than preparing for combat. Vextar's mandibles clicked in what might have been amusement. "The confidence of the ignorant," he muttered. Then, without warning, he struck. The blade moved faster than most eyes could follow, a silver blur cutting through the air toward Ana's torso. It was not a killing blow. Vextar had no desire for a court-martial, but it was delivered with enough force to incapacitate, and certainly enough to prove his point about human weakness. What happened next would be talked about in academy halls for decades to come. As the blade approached, Ana shifted slightly to her left. The movement was so minimal it was barely perceptible, yet it placed her perfectly outside the weapon's arc. At the same time, she raised her right hand in a motion so casual it appeared almost bored. Her fingers closed around the flat of the blade, stopping its momentum completely. And then, impossibly, incredibly, she yawned. The sound echoed across the now silent training ground, as Ana stood there, holding Vextar's ancestral warblade like she might hold a stick offered by an overeager pet. The yawn was genuine, complete with the slight stretch that accompanied it. "Sorry, Sergeant," she said, still gripping the blade. "Late night studying orbital mechanics. Did you want to try that again, or should I block the next one too?" Vextar stared at her, his 4 eyes wide with disbelief. He pulled on the blade, but it didn't budge. Ana's grip was absolute, as immovable as a magnetic clamp. Around them, the other recruits had gone completely silent, their various breathing apparatus, the only sound in the morning air. "Impossible," Vextar whispered. "No human has reflexes that fast. No human has that kind of strength." Ana released the blade and shrugged. Earth gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared. Most habitable worlds in the galaxy average between 6.2 and 7.5. I've been living in what you might call a weighted training environment my entire life. She gestured to Helen, who stepped forward with a knowing smile. Same with Helen here. We're not the physically weakest species because we lack capability. We're the physically weakest because we evolved on a world that would crush most of you flat. Vextar looked around at his other recruits, seeing them with new eyes. The Zentorians, so proud of their height and reach, suddenly seemed fragile. The Gorvaks, with their legendary strength, appeared merely adequate. Even the Tekamari, feared throughout the galaxy for their speed and precision, looked ordinary. The humans have been holding back, he realized aloud. Not holding back, Anna corrected gently. Adjusting. We learned a long time ago that being the new species means proving you belong through diplomacy and cooperation, not by accidentally breaking things. She paused. Or people. Helen nodded. Anna here ran a marathon on Earth in under 2 hours, and 20 minutes. In this gravity, she could probably do it in 90 minutes. But she runs her daily PT at the same pace as everyone else because that's what good teammates do. Vextar slowly sheathed his blade, his worldview shifting with each passing second. How many of your species possess these capabilities? All of us, Sergeant, every single human. Anna's smile was warm, but carried an edge of steel. We come from a world that tried to kill us in a million different ways, every single day, for millions of years. We didn't become the dominant species on Earth by being weak. We did it by being adaptable, cooperative, and when absolutely necessary. She paused, meeting his gaze directly. Unstoppable. The training ground remained silent for a long moment. Then Vextar did something he had never done in 20 years of military service. He stepped back and saluted. Welcome to Advanced Combat Training, Recruit Rodriguez. I have a feeling the galaxy is about to learn what humanity is truly capable of. Anna returned the salute crisply. Thank you, Sergeant. We won't let you down. As the other recruits looked on with new respect and perhaps a touch of fear, Anna caught Helen's eye and winked. The real training was just beginning.